Ever stepped into a place so clean it didn't smell like bleach or lemon spray, but just peace? A place where the floor ain't shiny, but you trust it. Where the air don't burn your nose, just fills your lungs like a slow breath in spring. Yeah, that kind of clean. The kind that don't come in bottles. The kind passed down through hands that remember. No chemicals. Just clean. Just honest. Just like the Amish do it. And maybe the way we're supposed to. The kitchen that sparkled without labels. There was this old kitchen. Wood floors. Pale green walls. The smell of warm bread, even when no one was baking. You'd think it had been cleaned with the best of the best. Scrubbing bubbles. Commercial degreasers. All that. But no. Just hot water. A splash of vinegar. A cloth made from an old feed sack. The counters? Smooth from years of wiping, not years of polish. The stove? Not spotless, but clean. Like real clean. The kind that doesn't just look it, but feels it. There was something honest in that space. No bleach fumes. No weird citrusy chemical hanging in the air. Just wood and metal and fabric and life. That kitchen, people walked in and they stayed longer than they meant to. Because it wasn't sterile. It was just right. And when the sunlight hit the windows and bounced off the worn tin kettles, it looked like something sacred. Nobody said it, but they knew. This is how it's supposed to be. Dust, but not dirt. The Amish? They don't freak out about dust. It settles. It's part of life. But dirt? That's different. Dirt gets cleaned, wiped, scrubbed, sometimes even prayed over. There was this woman, Esther, 75 if she was a day. Every Thursday, she cleaned the parlor, moved every chair, rolled up the rug, washed the windows with a splash of vinegar and a rag that had seen 100 washings. She didn't do it for guests or for pride. She did it 'cause it mattered. So it was a kind of thank you to the space. And you know, that room never had a single Febreze bottle in it. Never needed one. It smelled like old pine and a little bit of lemon balm. And peace. It smelled like peace. If you asked her how she kept it so clean, she'd just shrug. It's elbow grease and hot water. That's all. And it was. Dirt doesn't scare them. Chemicals do. You think people who live on farms would be used to filth. Manure. Hey, all kinds of mess. But that's just it. They know the difference between dirt and danger. They wash their hands not because someone on TV told them to, but because they've seen what happens when you don't. They're not afraid of germs. They respect them, but they sure don't drown their homes in chemicals trying to kill every last microbe. No antibacterial soap. No chemical fogging. Just lies soap and a rinse. Maybe vinegar. Maybe salt. Maybe boiling water. That's it. And guess what? They ain't sick all the time. Their babies don't grow up with asthma and skin rashes from fragrance overload. They keep it real. Real clean. Clean you can trust. Not the kind that burns your eyes or makes your throat tight. Just clean, plain and simple. A house that breathes. There's a stillness in an Amish house that makes you stop. Not cold or stiff, but calming. The air moves, not through vents or machines. Through windows, cracks in old wood, cloth curtains that flutter ever so gently. And it smells like linen and yeast and dirt in the best way. No plug-ins, no wax melts, no ocean breeze nonsense. Just air, real air. And that's because they don't try to hide the bad smells with fake ones. They remove them. They wash the walls if they have to. Boil herbs on the stove. Mop with lemon water. They let the house breathe. And in return, it takes care of them. There's a balance there. Between old and new. Between clean and cozy. A house that doesn't fight nature, but flows with it. That's what a clean house is supposed to feel like. Not sterile. Not sharp. Alive. When soap was made, not bought. There was a day, cold, late autumn, when Mary made her soap. Not just for her family, for the neighbors too. She heated the lard in a big iron pot right out by the smokehouse. stirred it with a wooden paddle nearly as tall as she was, added the lye she'd made from hardwood ash, and when the mix thickened, she smiled, said it was ready. The bars weren't pretty, no swirls, no bright colors, just off-white like old parchment. They smelled faintly of tallow and clean air. But man, did they work. Cut through grease, washed laundry, even used it for dishes. That soap, 1 bar lasted weeks. No plastic wrapper, no parabens, just something useful, made with love. When her daughter asked why they didn't just buy soap from town, Mary looked her dead in the eyes. Because they sell lather, not clean. And that was that. Clothes that smelled like wind. You ever smelled laundry dried on a line in the open wind? Not dryer sheets, not floral fabric softeners, just sunshine and sky. Amish laundry smells like that, because it is that. They wash with water, soap they made themselves, and rinse with vinegar if the water's hard. That's it. Whites hung in the front yard, colors in the back, all held up with wooden pins, swaying softly in the breeze. They come back into the house stiff but soft, clean but not choked in scent. The kids bury their faces in warm towels, still sun-soaked. It's comforting, familiar. There's no chemical residue clinging to skin, no irritants, just fabric, just clean. You don't need a machine for that. You just need time and care and a bit of sun. The fridge that didn't smell. It's funny. You open a modern fridge and you get hit with something. Onion, yogurt, maybe something gone bad. So we stick in a box of baking soda. Maybe spray the inside with something lemony. But in Amish homes, their fridges or ice boxes don't reek. They're scrubbed down weekly with water, sometimes vinegar, maybe a few sprigs of mint tossed in a jar at the back. Nothing industrial. And somehow they stay clean. Food goes in, comes out, no fuss, no smell, because they don't let it build up. Don't let the mess linger. There's pride in maintenance, not just repair, and it shows. Clean hands without a lab. Amish hands are rough, calloused, strong, but clean. Not in the sterile, overwashed way. In the honest way. They use bar soap, homemade, sometimes with goat milk, sometimes just lye and fat. No triclosan, no microbads, just soap, the kind that cleans without stripping skin raw. They wash before meals, after barn chores, before bed. It's a ritual, quiet, personal, and it works. No superbugs, no cracked hands from over-sanitizing, just good hygiene rooted in common sense. If you offer them a bottle of antibacterial foam, they'd probably just stare, then hand you a bar of their own. This'll do just fine, they'd say. And it would. The floor you could eat off. Not really, but close. You walk into some Amish homes, and the floors are so clean, you hesitate to step in. Not shiny, not waxed, just pure, worn from years of use, but spotless. No mop buckets filled with blue chemicals. No scent of lemon pine cleaner lingering. Just hot water, maybe some black soap, and time. They get on their hands and knees sometimes. Because some jobs, they need to be felt. You gotta see the dirt to get rid of it. No shortcuts, no gimmicks. The clean you earn sticks longer than the clean you buy. That's what their floors teach you. It ain't about perfection. Not one of these homes would win a modern showroom contest. There's no stainless steel shine, no scent-triggered LED lights. But there's warmth, there's safety, there's something that feels right. That's because it ain't about being perfect. It's about being real. They clean because they care. They scrub because it matters. They avoid chemicals not just because of tradition, but because they've seen what works and what doesn't. Clean doesn't need to glow in the dark, doesn't need to smell like mountain waterfall. It just needs to be honest. And when you wipe down a counter with vinegar and a bit of lavender, and your child lays their cheek on it without fear, now that's clean. That's the kind of clean we've forgotten. But it's not too late to remember. In a world trying to sell you 50 ways to scrub, soak, shine, Maybe the real secret's been there all along. Simpler, safer, smarter. Maybe it ain't about buying more. It's about trusting less. Less labels, less plastic, less fake. The Amish don't clean for show. They clean for soul. And maybe that's why their homes don't just sparkle, they settle you. So next time you grab a spray bottle, think about this. What are you really cleaning? The mess or the peace? Till next time, this is Rustic Pantry, where clean means calm, and old ways still work just fine.